The thing people don't understand about being truly confident in yourself is that it's not about the words you say, it's about the things that you do. If you go in public to give a speech and you revise the script 10 times versus 200 times, over here you're gonna be not stuttering as much, not overthinking. It's all in the actions that you do. That's exactly what happened with me when I used to give public ceremonies every Friday. Must have been when I was 16 years old, so 5 years ago. I would practice with my teacher the script that I made and the times that I only revised it a little bit versus the times where I actually took it seriously. Went to my teacher every day after school, making changes to the script, adding things, removing others. I remember the final speech that I ever gave. It was my best speech and they were all congratulating me and said, well, that was actually a really good speech. I remember one of my mates came up to me and he told me how disappointed he was because the speech, my tonality, the way I was speaking, it was amazing. He was telling me how hooked he was. But then when I got into the main topic of my speech, it was about jealousy. He got so disappointed because it's such a boring topic. He was hoping I was talking about like a real, authentic, interesting topic. It was a breath of fresh air in my life, doing something that I was good at besides just video games. I used to play video games all day in my room, shut in. I was one of those type of guys. I was never confident in the real world. Getting a taste of it finally felt so amazing. Later on, I would go to hit the gym. I'd start to build muscles, start to gain strength, to get even more confident. If it feels so good just to get a little bit of confidence, imagine if I was really confident. How amazing would I feel then? But the bigger I got, the stronger I got, the more PRs I hit, I never truly got confident. It felt like I was a glass cannon, if you know what that means. It's a cannon that's very powerful, very strong, but it's made of glass. It's very fragile. That's exactly how I felt. You know, big guy, 6'5", big frame. Every gym session I hit, every time I looked myself in the mirror and I was liking the changes I was seeing. I knew deep down inside I was still the same scared, unconfident, insecure little boy. Everyone on the internet was talking about how gym was the changing point in their life where once they started gaining muscle, all the ladies just fell upon them. I never felt the same though. If we take what we learned earlier with the speeches, we apply it to this scenario. I was going to the gym and lifting weights. How difficult is that really? You gotta drive to the gym. You gotta walk inside into the AC fan, driven building. You gotta go and move the weight up and down, or you gotta move the weight up and down like this, then up and down like this, then like this. There's nothing real inherently challenging about that. There's a skill to pushing to failure, obviously. There's a skill to being disciplined, coming and showing up when you don't feel like it. But that is about it. What really changed my life was when I really started to push myself. When I joined an MMA gym, when I learned how to fight. And I'm not spewing out of my ass here, like I haven't gone in a month plus. I feel the difference when I go to the MMA gym consistently versus not consistently. Oh, it's a Muay Thai gym, not an MMA gym. It's similar to Diamond Gym, the videos you're seeing online of these guys pushing themselves beyond failure. I love that. I don't think that is corny at all because you're actually pushing yourself mentally. Again, confidence isn't what you say, but what you do. If you do difficult things, you'll be confident. Learning how to kick, doing real excessive cardio where you feel like throwing up, where your eyes start to sting because the sweat keeps dripping into them. And by the way, this is regular schmegular, doing drill training, hitting the bag, sparring, all that. This is not even when we did cardio plain. No drills, no punching bags, just pure running and cardiovascular activities, like ridiculous things, running across the parking lot and back, piggybacking someone with you, running the other side, then you switch back, so now you piggyback the other guy, doing that 10 times, then getting the tire out with the sledgehammer, hitting it, then straight into push-ups, then straight into jumping up and down the boxes. That is what gets you confident. Going through that, having the evidence that you can go through something difficult when the time calls for it, that is where you get confident. If you only go to a weightlifting gym, it's a really good place to start. It's where I started. I still go to the gym at least 5 days a week weightlifting, but it's not enough. It really isn't enough. If you're still watching this video, I know you resonate with what I'm saying. You know deep down weightlifting isn't enough. Maybe you've thought about, going to a fighting gym, learning how to fight. Maybe you've been scared to take that leap. Maybe you don't have anyone to go with, but I'm telling you, take that leap of faith. You're not gonna regret it. It's gonna be difficult, but that's the point. It's meant to be difficult. You want it to be difficult. When you walk back, when you survive, you realize you're not dead after the 45, 50-minute training session, and you sit back in your car, you're gonna be so proud of yourself. How many videos do you see online of a bodybuilder, 260 pounds lean versus an MMA fighter? And how many times does the MMA fighter destroy the bodybuilder? Having that skill, knowing how to fight, that is the real confidence builder. So join the MMA gym.